jujitsu and those conditions to prepare yourself for the possibility of an altercation? And how can we as civilians do the same thing?
As far as me looking at it from the law enforcement side, so when I do train in jiu-jitsu, it's mostly 80-90% of the time I'm thinking about the sport side, using lapels and all that stuff. But I do spend about maybe 10% of my time rolling where I'm thinking if this was somebody that I was having to arrest and they were fighting, what would be the best thing I could do? And just putting yourself in those situations, I guess recreating the situation you might be in. So especially with big, strong guys, like some of the guys at our gym, I'll let them get side mount and start from there. I'll say, if this was a terrible situation and say he was reaching for my gun. Actually, that's one good example would be like police officers. We carry a gun on our hip, and statistically, a lot of police officers, unfortunately, get shot at with their own gun. They get their gun taken. Mm-hmm. So like in jiu-jitsu, you always hear protect your neck, and law enforcement, protect the gun. Mm-hmm. So I think about that a lot. If he was reaching for my gun and I'm in side mount, I just can't get up. How can I hide this gun or keep him from getting it? Just the way we would in jiu-jitsu, think protect the neck. That's a little different when I'm thinking about, okay, let me pretend it's in law enforcement and I need to protect my gun, or pretend he's reaching into his waistband for possibly a weapon. Let me try to get the Kimura grip and hold on to this as long as I can so he can't reach his waistband. Because that is something in law enforcement I have used several times, is the Kimura grip. That's very valuable in law enforcement. We don't actually teach that, but because it's such a low risk for injury, as long as you don't actually do the submission, it's a great control grip. It's pretty strict about what we're authorized to use and teach in law enforcement. So if you use anything outside of that curriculum, it's kind